Today I'm letting some of your favourite LEGO YouTubers decide what LEGO mock I built. They each have a different aspect of the mock to decide, but they don't know what the other YouTubers will pick. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing the YouTubers a finished mock to get their opinions. So subscribe and wish me luck.
Alright, I have a challenge for you, Mr. Red Bricks. I need you to build a 20 by 20 mock, making the most minute, beautiful details on a LEGO build you've ever seen.
All right, so I'd like to see you incorporate some Star Wars into your build, and if you can swing it, you should throw some Bionicle in there too, because why not?
Okay, Red Bricks, I want you to build something from one of my favorite eras of Star Wars and one of the most highly covered Star Wars eras in recent memory, and that is the time between Episode 4 and Episode 3 and the rise of the Empire, otherwise known as the Dark Times.
Red Bricks, I have a great idea for you. So build an alien abduction, but like not like an alien abducting a human. I literally want an alien to be abducted by humans. I think that's pretty funny personally.
So I need to build a Star Wars themed mock within the confines of 20 by 20 studs with hints of Bionicle from the early days of the Empire, featuring an alien abduction. However, rather than the alien doing the abducting, interesting. So here's the plan. Obviously I can't go outside of 20 by 20 studs, so rather than going out, I'm going to go up. At the bottom of the build there'll be a small Imperial base which will be covered by a bunch of rock, and on top of that there'll be some rock work, a landing pad and a TIE fighter. Sounds easy enough? So let's build. First I grabbed all the pieces that I might need, and with that I began building the foundations of the mock. So the foundation is now done, and next up I'm going to work on the black border around the edge. Next I moved on to adding some plates over the filler brick to give me a surface to work on. So now I've got this slab looking thing, and my plan is to have underground corridors showing around the edge of this area, but to ensure stability through the rest of the mock, I'm going to add a support beam through the middle. So let's get building. Now the building technique you see me using here is called the SNOT technique. SNOT stands for studs not on top and is essentially where you place bricks on their sides. This can be a really easy way to add a lot more detail to your builds. So I've now built up the floor and the walls of the bottom area of the mock, and this should give you an idea as to how high the mock will approximately be. I then moved on to the roof of the base, which would then lead onto the underground layer of rock above. I added lots of filler brick on the inside of the structure, and this was to make sure the mock basically didn't fall apart. So I've now built up the walls and the interior support, and thus far I'm pretty happy with how the mock's turning out. I'm now going to start building the rock work here at the top, which will eventually be followed by a landing pad. So I've now done the rock work on the top of the build, which is looking pretty decent. However, the mock as a whole, it looks a bit grey. So I'm now going to add some foliage on the top to green it up a bit. So again, pretty close to the end of the build, and we have about one major thing left, being the landing pad. Slight problem, I have absolutely no idea how to build a landing pad. I have an idea. Now, my idea consisted of me placing a bunch of 1x4 bricks on top of each other, all at a weird angle to eventually make a circle. The only problem was, even though it made a circle, it wasn't exactly a very useful one. Aha! I have created a circle. I've just realised I need to put something in the circle, and there's nothing in... Yeah, that might not work actually. So my theory with this is if I made a circle outline, I could just fill it in with bricks. That's when I realised I can't fill it in with bricks because there aren't circular bricks. I don't... yeah. I'm gonna try something else. Bad idea. I have decided after about 2 minutes of consideration that I'm going to be breaking my circle, and I'm gonna do a square. It's probably easier. Okay, so I've now built a square. But this looks terrible, so I'm actually not going to do a square. Instead, I'm going to do like a hybrid of a square and a circle, and just make like a bit of a naff circle that looks better than a square, if you get my drift. So yeah, let's do that. And so I pursued my mission of creating a circular square thing, and to be fair, despite my lack of knowledge in the area, I was actually doing kind of well at it. So yeah, I don't actually know how that turned out as decent as it did. I was more just like, sort of guessing as I went. But nonetheless, it worked out, so I next moved on to adding some support beams that the landing pad will be going onto. So I've now attached the landing pad to the rockwork, which looks pretty nice in my opinion, and I was planning on putting this TIE fighter on here. As you can tell, that's probably not going to work. So instead, I think I'm just going to put some speeder bikes up here and some crates around them and stuff just to fill it out a bit. The only thing left to do now is the best part, place the minifigs. And so, with a combination of 4 YouTubers' great ideas and my subpar building talent, I had created this. A Star Wars themed mock within the confines of 20 by 20 studs, based off the early days of the Empire. Now the total build time for this mock was around 5 hours. The top of the build featured a landing pad with 2 speeder bikes and 2 scout troopers to match. Below the landing pad you can see a small group of rebels who are also ex-501st clone troopers. As we move further down the build you can see the underground area where a secret Imperial base is found. We've got a bunch of stormtroopers and commanders walking around there. We've even got a phase 2 clone trooper switching out his armor. And of course we have an alien abduction, but the alien's getting abducted, if you get what I mean. Now unfortunately I wasn't able to get any Bionicle into the build, but to be honest with you there was absolutely no chance I was going to do that. And overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, but the question is, would the YouTubers like it?
Nice, yeah, that's sick. I love the way you've got the layers. I love that bottom bit with the sort of internal of the base, and then you got the nice terrain on top, and that's so cool. A landing pad, nice circular technique. It's looking pretty good.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's very, very cubular. It looks cool. I give it like a 9.
A 9?
A 9.
It looks so good, man. Dude, I love the alien abduction part. I don't know what I was expecting you to do with that because no one really has ever done that before. I absolutely love the different sections from top to bottom. It's great.
Oh, that's minging.
Oh, but you know what isn't? The chance to win some free Lego. So if you want to find out how to win a £20 or $20 Lego gift card, check out this video here where I built Lego for 24 hours. On January the 20th, I'm going to be going live to randomly pick a winner, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it. Bye.
This guy used to edit for me. Would you believe that? Look at him all grown up. I'm so proud of him.